don't know what's going on. I wonder what happened if I turn this light on. Let me see how it looks when I turn this light on. How it looks with the double back. The double back. Oh, too dark, but okay. But we're here. I mean, just messing around. We were here, guys. We were back Saturday night. We were here last night, but Saturday night, gym flow, stuff like that. Regular. Today's my rest day, so I don't do much today. I didn't get too active. I laid in the house. I went to the gym. I did a workout, and then I watched some TV, and I slept. I'm not ashamed to say that I slept. I'm not ashamed to say that I take naps throughout the day so I can be well rested, right? But today, Saturday night, what are we doing tonight? What are we doing tonight? What are we doing tonight, guys? What are we doing tonight, gang? What are we doing tonight? What y'all know? Yo, what's up, Craig? Where you been at, man? You was in. Yo, what's up with Craig? Craig in the building, man. I seen you was in Long Beach. I think last weekend. Someone sent me your story. You were in Long Beach. I think last Saturday. What's the deal? What's the deal, man? We just here, man. We just here. I seen this interesting video. I wanna look at, man. I have a very interesting video I saw, and it's a lot of parts of the video. We're gonna watch it a little bit, but to me it was very depressing. Very depressing video, man. Very depressing video. Very depressing video. It was basically this. So this video we're gonna watch, guys, for Saturday night. I really hope some ladies hop on the stream today so they can give me their point of view on this video, because I watch. Okay, you guys watch these panel. They're like panel. They're like panel. I forgot what they're called, but they're like panel. They're panel podcasts where detractors and people who believe something stand like on each side of each other. And so I watched this particular one, and it was feminist versus anti-feminist. Now you're like, hey, Maserati, why are you on this tip right now? It's very interesting reason I'm on this tip. Not right now, but I've been on this tip if you watch my content. But it's more so that the ideology and the way they're thinking was so crazy. It was very crazy. Like it was borderline.
Passports, bags, thermostat, Uber.
Wow. Oh, I forgot. I ain't got no sound. Hold on, guys. I ain't got no sound.
Because there are 5 a.m. flights in your area, there are drivers in your area.
Almost wasting my coffee, bro.
What's this brand?
Bro, I almost wasted my coffee, brethren.
These parts we don't pay big brand markups.
Brethren, I almost wasted my coffee.
Save money?
Darn.
Yeah, but this video is very interesting, so I want y'all to check it out.
This conversation.
So let me bring it up for you guys before I even get this going.
In this episode of The Bridge, feminist and anti-feminist women sit face to face.
Why is my
to
screen
explore
doing this?
Where their beliefs about womanhood, equality, and freedom align.
Hold on, guys.
And where they don't.
You guys can hear, but you
I'm
can't
your
see it. I want
host,
you guys
Dr.
to see
Michelle
it.
Dow.
I need you
Welcome
to see it to
The Bridge.
believe it. That's weird. Let's knock that in. Oh, that's why.
Welcome, ladies. Thank you for being here today. I want you to just go ahead and introduce yourself.
But
Hi, my name is Kyla Turner.
I don't like everybody's. And here's the thing is, I want everybody to know everyone's allowed to have their own opinion, their own stance in life. But this one was kind of crazy. Like it was really like.
I'm Ceci. I'm a feminist.
It was really
I'm
wow.
Chelsea Gods. I'm a feminist. I'm Matrix. And
It
I'm
was
an
really wow.
anti-feminist.
I'm Jada, and I'm an anti-feminist.
I'm Savannah, and I'm anti-feminist.
Hello, everyone. I'm Maggie. I do not.
This was really wow.
Hi, I'm Carmen.
Like I was low-key at loss for words.
Thank you, ladies. And the first prompt is.
And I want you to notice the difference on what side of the women
have
who
more
are
privileges
feminists and who are
today
not
than
feminists. I need y'all. That's very important.
Anyone who feels strongly can speak.
I think women in many ways have more privileges, but they also have more oppression.
why is this thing
And I think
tripping,
both
bro?
of these things have to be weighed in when you're talking about like people's social power, right? It's really important to understand that women face
Here we go.
significant oppressions,
Okay.
significant
I
issues.
need y'all to pay attention.
And so while some of the privileges that we can identify, like
There we go.
courts tend to be
Okay.
more lenient for
I'm
them, for
plugged in.
example, there's
I wanna hear
there's a
it. Very
situation, for example, of custody. Women are going to be favored in that situation. They also have less choice with their bodies, right? They have
Sorry about that.
Issues where with
Sorry about
hiring,
that.
if they try to negotiate, they'll be seen as caustic and negative because they're kind of our stereotypical presumptions of how women have to be. And these things impact women significantly. That's just why I would say they have less political power overall as well.
Well, just one of those things was not true in regards to custody decisions in this country. In fact, men are more likely to receive custody of their children if they ask
That's a
for it.
lie.
If men
That's a
seek
big-
custody
see?
in a court in the United
I need y'all to understand, like, a lot of stuff they be saying be straight lies, but they want you to believe it. It's rare that a man gets a custody of his kids. Rare. It is very rare. It's not like something that they just do. That's very, very rare. But let's keep going.
States of America, statistically, they are 90% likely to receive more custody or possibly even exactly what they were asking for. I would just say that women are not more likely to receive custody of children in court. Men are. Women just are the ones who more receive custody in court.
If you have kids, hold on. I'm going to go from a personal experience, and I know she's full of shit, is I had my own place, good job, car, everything. They wouldn't even give me 50-50 custody. They gave the mom full custody. The mom full custody. So I know cap when I see it, but let's go.
4% of men fight for custody of their children. And when they do, it's successful 90% of the time. So that would tell me that court actually favors men. I understand that there's like kind of this anecdote that family court does in fact favor women, but it just so happens that women are more likely to want custody of their children. And that's where that mythology comes from.
I would disagree. You mentioned that men get custody when they ask for it, and that presumes that women don't have to ask for it. Why doesn't it begin equal?
Yes,
and
sir,
men
Corky.
not having to
No matter
ask
the- it's a-
for
it is
custody
a,
if they are actually full parents.
Corky,
just
Corky,
like
hey, Corky, you're right. So what it is they've provocated this whole mothers can do no wrong thing where they just let them do whatever. But let's keep going.
the mom.
Sure, that's a great question. I think it's really important that we have a conversation that our laws are written by men. Our courts are ruled by men. So if you have some concern about what a court presumes, well, that's a conversation to have with men too. They're the ones who wrote the laws.
I saw you shaking your head.
I just know that my dad got custody of me because he asked for it. And it's a personal experience. It's not everything, but
Sorry, go ahead.
I completely agree that like all of the laws that we have, we can vote now, but we're still in a system that was designed by men. So a lot of the issues that we have.
Hold on. This is called the BS. She says we have the right to vote now. We can change stuff, but the system that's created is ran by men. There are more women on earth than men, but keep going.
And or because the decisions that they made.
But why would you start out assuming 50-50, like that both parents want the kid? Because in a lot of cases, like, men just aren't asking, so wouldn't you want to make the assumption that, like, the parent who pursues custody is the one who, one, feels empowered to, and two, wants to? Because I agree, like, there is a system set up where men probably don't feel
I want you guys to see the dynamic of women who are feminists and anti-feminists, please.
to ask for custody of their children, but I think that they should, first of all. But there is a problem. Like, you can't just say, oh, it's fully the court system's fault. I think there is a culture that encourages young men to just say, oh, well, that's a woman's job. That's, not my job. Not, if the woman wants the kid, she can have the kid. And I don't know why a court would assume that a father just wants to be a father.
I was going to say, so wouldn't that culture that would put that on men be a result of feminism? Because men would probably prefer to have the women in their household. And also, women are the ones that are more likely to engage in divorce. So men want to stay with these women.
Engage in divorce?
Yeah.
Like start divorce,
Like
is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Trying to say.
Yeah. And men are the ones that actually...
Notice that the sisters are trying to promote this family unity, and the white women are trying to push this feminism. I'm gonna go back to, we're gonna talk about some history later, but let's go.
Because they want their family together. It is women that actually disrupt the family, and then they get...
So I can get up to $1,500.
Yeah, I don't pay for
career
YouTube
training
Premium.
with
Sorry,
Health
guys.
Kits.
I
If
just
you
don't
went
feel
to
like
a
that's a
California
necessary
public
bill
high
in my
school,
life.
you might have a
I know it's not much,
scholarship waiting, even if
but
you graduated in the last
yeah,
3
that's not my
years.
thing.
I claim mine
We're
fast
good.
with my SSID.
upset with the results of a disrupted family.
Or they just want to keep the woman so that she's running the household. I don't know if it's necessarily I don't know. Men can't function as well without women as women can without a man. So I feel like when he hears divorce is on the table, it's going to disrupt his whole life a lot more. And I feel like that's really what they're thinking about.
We also, so women do initiate divorce more. The issue is that they also initiate couples therapy. They also initiate seeking every single other alternative before divorce at basically the same rates as we see with divorce rates, right? So yes, women are divorcing. The issue is that like men accepting a loveless marriage with children who are miserable isn't like this thing that we should hold up and go, see, isn't this better? It's like, actually, all of this is unhealthy, right? It's unhealthy that men have been socialized in such a way that they don't think of themselves as fathers first, that they aren't asking for it, right? Whereas in this way, this is where women have been taught for both good.
She just said men don't think of themselves as fathers. They don't ask for it. But her whole argument as a feminist is the right to choose, and women shouldn't be put in this particular role. That makes no sense. But let's go. I'll go.
That you are a mom, right? And I think we default to that, which is harmful to women. But we have to acknowledge that like women are seeking off-ramps in these relationships where divorce happens. And the same issues that they cite for divorce are happening over and over and over again. And this is a systemic issue. It's not just women want to get out of their marriages. It's that women won't tolerate a loveless, empty marriage, which is not even good for children.
So hold on. Women won't tolerate a loveless, empty marriage. Why did you get married to the man? Like, a lot of these feminists on the left here, they act like they don't like men, but only until like one of them is a lesbian. The other two of them got kids. It seems like they're projecting their personal trauma and hurt on trying to get other women to believe it, just like Margaret Stanger and Gloria, and Bell Hooks and all that.
A loveless, empty marriage, how does the system contribute to what happens in your marriage?
Well, the way that we raise our boys, right, for example, is we teach them that your emotions are bad. So think about the way that we raise young boys. The most common way that young boys express their feelings.
Now, what I want you to hear what she said. Look at how we raise young boys. Women who raise young boys, she's talking about. Now listen.
Externalizing. We see this in clinical data. The way that boys express their feelings, we teach them the only emotion you're allowed to have as a boy is anger. That's the only one allowed. But if you have anger, go to your room. Nobody wants to look at you or deal with you. And so what we've done is we've taught men that their feelings aren't okay, that if they have them, they're isolated and weak for having them. And so the only alternative for them is anger or anhedonia, a complete like emptiness and vacuousness. And so in this way, this is how society is contributing to this, because the presumptions we place onto our children that set a course and script for them that destroys their relationships. And men are reporting this. They're lonely, they have less friends, and their marriages don't work out. Men are saying this, not just women.
Really? Well, women do say.
But see, men are saying this because of women. You see how she's saying men are saying this, but she's not saying why. See, she's not saying the root cause of why men feel like this. It's because. Okay, let's go.
So I mean, I don't understand why it's always like the men, because the men aren't emotional, because the men aren't this. Like, the women are the ones that want to leave. So
but women want to leave, and maybe we should ask them why, because men are responsible for 90% of the violent crime in the U.S. Like, we always talk about women and what we should be doing. I really can't. I talk about feminism a lot, and I get so sick of it because I don't know why we're not talking about men. We're always focusing on women and what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing with men. They're responsible for 95% of domestic violence, 93% sexual assaults and pedophilia, 88% of homicides, 85% serial killings, 98% of mass shootings. Could I go on? And 77% of assaults. They are responsible for so much, and then we sit here and want to make women feel bad for wanting to leave that man. I don't know why we always are focusing on women all the time.
Well, because their solution is always to leave. It's never to
Not
stay.
always. Sometimes they want to have therapy, and the man doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, therapy.
Okay, so with the whole crime thing, bro, that the numbers show that's all men. A lot of those crimes are men against men. Like, you're trying to say men are bad because men have crimes against each other. Okay, how many soldiers are men? How many men protect? Like, why don't we always do the negative stuff about men, none of the positive stuff about men? Like, let's go though.
BS, because you go to a couples therapist and they say, "Oh yeah, you should leave your husband."
That's not always true.
Yes, that is.
Have you
that
been
is
to couples
always
therapy?
the solution. No, and I will not go to
okay,
couples
so you're just making
therapy.
assumptions.
I have
Great.
heard so many stories. I've seen it online.
Yeah, if you have a marriage and couples counselor and they are just recommending divorce, which is not true. I've gone to marriage counseling and